since we don't have time, make sure to go to this case study mentioned by a person called Kevin. Kevin is a caregiver and how he actually directly worked with the children, some sort of information about his life story given. So related to that, they could able to actually summarize some points in here. Okay. So when you are actually working with a child who's actually between 0 to 6 months, infant, early 6 months of infant life. During this month of life, most babies are learns to wriggle, roll over, kick and push. Then they love to put things in their mouth. Okay. Then we have to pay attention to this one. So usually this 0 to 6 months, they are roll over, kick and push, and things put into their mouth. So new babies need special protection from what? Now as a 0 to 6 month baby. So what are the areas you have to look at? Okay, so these are the risk assessment. Falling off a bed so far. So therefore, you need to be careful. This baby trying to roll over. Therefore, must keep inside the you know that there are baby cots available. Okay, or else safe position. You know that nowadays there are mattresses available, different kids play setup available. So we can use such. The other one is choking. This is very, very important. Choking on small objects. So as a caregiver, it's very important you to know this first aid part. Okay. If a person is going to the choking, how to treat. I believe that you have participated my first unit lecture. There I actually show a Red Cross and the St. John Ambulance Service based training for this choking. Okay. And even shop. So they will soon organize that workshop also for you. Make sure to participate that and get that certificate because that workshop is conducted by Red Cross, a person from the Red Cross. That is highly valuable certificate. Okay. Then if the choking is happen, what you should do? You should know how to handle a baby and then how to treat the baby. So what are the actions you have to take? So just to refresh your knowledge, we will quickly go through a small video clip, 1 to 2 minutes later, not now, after discuss this part, okay? Then there can be scars drawn in because most of the time mothers will be actually keep their children in a swimming pool, okay? Baby bathtubs, they should have to very careful related to this. So as a nanny caregiver, don't try those, okay? So you should be pay attention. And injuries, for seat belt, all those you have to consider when you are look after this 0 to 6 month old baby. Okay. Then in this presentation, actually, I mentioned you, we are going to look at what are the childhood injuries. Now we are going to go through that part also support to this 4 month. Okay. Because these I'm going to combine. Then you can get the relevant theoretical knowledge. Because in this online class, we are providing you the theoretical knowledge. And after that, you can start a practical part. Okay, now we are going to raising safe kids, one stage at a time. Okay, so we are going to look at different stages and relevant, the danger associated with that stages. We are going to discuss and how to overcome that dangers we are going to discuss. Okay, then let's look at the objective of this presentation. So you can see to increase awareness. So this presentation actually especially made to increase the awareness among parents and caregivers. So it is for you. Okay. For what? Of the injury risk children face. So if you know the danger, you can protect. Then to children safe and different stages of their life. So these areas we are going to discuss. Okay. Now we will go through. So let's look at some statistics related to childhood injury. Okay. So actually many childhood injuries happen recording. So first of all, it's very important as a caregiver, we need to know how those injuries can happen. If the way that happen, if we know, then we can prevent. Okay. So what are unintentional injuries? So it means without knowing these happen, unintentional. Intentional means we think and do. Okay. So the unintentional childhood injury is the leading cause of the death and disability for children between age to 14 in US. It's actually common, not only for US, for every country. Okay. An average 12 children are injured every minute. Then you can get an idea. Now, let's look at the reports actually, statistics data. In 2007, there were more than 6 million reported unintentional injuries happened to babies. And also you can see this graph. It's interesting. Okay. When you look at this, uh, when the number of years are increased, you can see the incidence, injury risk are reduced. Why? Because now caregivers, parents, they are aware about this risk associated, and now they know how to prevent from that. Therefore, they could able to minimize those injuries. So approximately, you can see 101 minute, a child in US died, okay, from unintentional injury. So injuries have significant economic impact. Why? Costly emergency department bills, missed school days for the kids, and if a kid face any kind of a trauma, big trauma, sometimes this can become a lifelong disability and limited future job opportunities, because we call this as a vicious cycle. Okay, therefore very important us to give a proper care for a child. Okay, that's the idea. Then we are going to identify the risk associated. So the child development and the injury risk. So the researchers has identified many risks associated with the children in a home setting, outdoor setting. Okay, likewise. So considering that, these 4 sentences were given. So you can go through. So research has identified specific developmental disability abilities and limitations that can increase child risk of injury. And understanding your child growth, it's very important. Now I mentioned you are learning this thing for your life as well, because after learning this information, when you are raising your own kid, you can actually apply this concept. So your child's growth and development is an important part of a parenting. And as your child grow from infancy to early adolescence, it's important to promote safety. It's very important. We should teach them what the safety is, and we should teach them what are the risks are. So the child development stage is the key to identify what are the risks associated. Okay, because their critical thinking abilities are different from stage to stage. So that's why we have to pay attention. So now already you go through the child development stages. So you have a knowledge. Now, with respect to those, we are going to talk about the associated risk and risk prevention. Now, let's start. The newborn babies. Now, you are familiar with the word also. So, who are the newborn? Just after birth. Usually, we say until 48 hours, newborn. 0 hours to 48 hours, newborn kids. Okay. Although you can see now, I will use a highlighter. Although newborns spend about 16 hours a day sleeping. Now, you know, usually newborn children, okay, actually don't have anything. They only know how to suck the milk and sleep. Why actually sleep is essential for them? Because their development happened during the sleep. Okay, that's why that's what is considered in here. A newborn spend about 16 hours of sleep per day. The time baby is awake can be busy. So much of newborn movements and activities are reflexes or involuntary. Why? Still they are don't know, they even not thinking and doing. Okay, meaning the baby doesn't purposefully make the movement. They are not actually purposefully do it because they are newborn. As the nervous system begins to mature, these reflexes give way to purposeful behavior. Now, the reflexes means what? I'm going to teach you, okay? So usually if we touch a hot object, okay, what do you do? Without thinking, you're taking your hand out. It means that message is not gone through your brain. Okay, therefore we call it as a reflex. Involuntary. Hitamata nokarana. Okay, that's the idea. Involuntary. Hitamata nokarana. Voluntary hitala karana. So those are the singular meanings. Okay, so newborns are actually doing involuntary movement. Remember that. So as the nervous system begins to mature, when our neurons, our brain, our spine begins to mature, then we are thinking and do. Okay, so the newborn baby have unique reflexes and a number of physical characteristics and behavior. Let's see what kind of a behavior they have. Their head zags when lifted and need to be supported. So usually newborn, if you are actually raising them, okay, if you are actually handling them, it's very important you to keep your hand below their head. Okay, you should provide a support. And jerky and erratic movements, they are actually doing. Hand to mouth movement, they are doing. Usually all the time, their fingers are going to the mouth because now they know one thing only, because that is sucking milk from a mother's breast. So similar kind of behaviors they are showing. That's why hand to mouth movement they are shown. Now, infant 1 to 3 months. Okay, infant 1 to 3 months. Usually most reflexes begin to disappear and bring hand or object to mouth. Now they are touching object and taking those objects to their mouth. Therefore, as a caregiver, you must have to be careful because now they are showing this hand to mouth movement, not just a hand, they use objects. Therefore, all the time you know that these babies are happy to look at their hands, flow light, faces an object, listen to the sounds, open and close the hands, can hold and then drop a toy, so rattle or the other objects, and have acting leg movements. So can lift their head even. They try to lift the head and neck and upper chest sometimes, and being to reach hand to objects, so may bat at hanging objects. Therefore, you have to be very careful not to hang any sharp object, not to keep any sharp object near them. Okay. Then infant 4 to 6 months. So reflex normally present in young infant disappear and balance head well. Now this time you no need to support with your hand. It means hands. But newborns, infant between 1 to 3 months, you have to provide support. Okay. Then can sit. Actually, they try to sit. Okay. So then not standing. It's a sit. Okay. So being to support body with leg with held in a standing position. Then again there's a risk because they are trying to sit. Okay. Then they don't have a balance, proper balance. Then it's going to be a risk. And roll from back to front and front to back by 6 months. Then again, you should not keep them on upper surfaces. So better if you can't actually keep eye on them, better to keep them on ground. Okay. Then move object from one hand to other. Then don't give hard the heavyweight objects. Then injuries can happen. Then grab feet and toe when lying on back. Therefore, it's very important us to cut their the nails using clippers and being to sleep longer at night. Now they are adapting to night time. Then we will go through the infant 7 to 9 months. And after that, we will go to the 6 to 12-month risk. Okay. So roll over easily from front to back and back to front and sit leaning toward hand first, then unsupported, bounce where support to stand. They are trying to stand now. Okay. Early sit. Now they will be actually have a risk. Why? They are trying to stand. They are trying to hold objects and trying to stand. Then all the time you have to be on their side. So get on hands and feet and rock back forth and may creep forward. Now they are doing forward, scooch, and being to full up to stand with her, and then reach for and grasp object using whole hand, and like to bang object on tables, and may hold bottles. Okay, grasp object with thumbs and fingers, and put everything into their mouth. Now you know again, risk is there. Put everything into the mouth. Okay, they think everything. Actually, they can eat. Even we discussed this under Sigmund Freud sexual theory, So oral pace. Then infant during 10 to 12 months will up to standing position and can sit back down from standing position. Now they are trying to stand, okay, from the standing position and cruise or walk around holding furniture. Then again, be careful. Now they are trying to walk. Therefore, we have to put some head covers. And if you can't put head covers, you have to be with them all the time. Then may stand next to furniture without holding on. May walk holding on to a finger or hand. And may begin to take steps and walk. So play receiving and returning roll ball and are able to pick up wood, small objects, and bang objects together may wake up at night, okay, looking for their parents. Now the bond is high, then we can't actually fool them. So they can understand some areas. Now, overall infant, okay. Overall infant, now you know we actually split into 0 to 3, 4 to 6, then 6 to 12, 6 to 8, 7 to 12, 10 to 12 likewise. Now, overall, we are looking at what infant do, okay, and what are the problems they have. So, do you know that infant are actually still developing? They are not fully developed. Therefore, they have a slower digestion rate than adult, okay, and breath more quickly than adult. Their breath rate is high. So, you know, usually adults' breath rate is 12 breath per the 1 minute, we did that activity, and putting them at a high risk of inhale harmful. That's why babies can die during the sleep apnea, okay. Therefore, the sleeping position is very important. Have been observed making 10 hand to mouth movement per hour and have thinner and more sensitive skin. I mentioned you, there's a risk babies can easily dehydrate. Okay, babies can easily dehydrate. Therefore, we have to feed milk all the time, water, and this skin that can burn approximately 1/4 time it takes burn an adult skin. So be careful on that. Then how to keep the infant safety? Okay, so this is very important, very, very important. So we say that supervise means you have to supervise the parents as a caregiver. Then you also need to think about this. Okay, so that's why it's given as a first point. So after identify the risk associated, this is about safety. So what kind of things we can do to assure the safety of a baby, infant? Okay, install stair gates. Then they are not going up the stairs. Secure furniture to the wall. And because they are trying to stand, walk with the help of a furniture. Don't use baby walkers because there's a danger. Use stationary play centers. Now stationary play centers are available. So we can set those in a home. So if you are a nanny caregiver, you can actually encourage the parents to buy those. That's why we say supervise. Then never leave your baby unattended on changing table, bed, or the other furniture because they can roll over. So keep one hand on your baby while changing diaper as well. It's very important. Then use a rear-facing car seat. It means don't keep baby in a front seat. So you have to use a rear seat and in the back seat of your car until your baby is at least age 1. Okay, so you have to use baby carriers. So have your car seat and baby seat, car seat checked by a child passenger safety technician to make sure it properly installed. Okay, and install smoke alarm and carbon monoxide detectors in your home because still their lungs are developing. If any air quality change happen, if any small fire happen, that will damage to their lungs. Okay. Apart from that, set your water heater at 120 degrees Fahrenheit all over. When you're going to actually bathe these babies, you have to be very careful about the water temperature and all. That's why these guidelines are given. Test the bath water. Test the bath water with your wrist or elbow before placing your baby in it. And don't hold your baby while cooking or carrying hot food and liquids. And never microwave your baby bottle. Remember this. Okay. Heat bottle with warm water and test them before feeding. Don't use microwave for that glass bottles. Because some invisible cracks sometimes form. We might not notice it. Okay. Then the follow instruction and read label when giving medicine. All these are safety guidelines. Then use child resistant packages. Learn the poison control number and lock up medicines. I mentioned your incident, one of my sister's friends' experience. Okay, household cleaners all the time. Actually, this bleaching, the toilet bowl cleaner, especially mentioned. Keep reach out of children. Okay, in the label it's available. Household cleaners, poisons, the dangerous item should be keep away from the child. Okay, then you are having a better idea about the infant and infant related life stages related to that. What are the risks associated? Because I highlight the risk and then I talk about the safety. Okay, that part we completed in the book as well. So your book also explain those risks. Now we will look at 6 to 12 month old because I couldn't go through that part early. So usually baby can now move faster and reach higher. They can get into danger very quickly. Okay, therefore they can easily fall, pulling things down on themselves and choking on foods or small objects carried drawn in, injuries can happen. So we discuss how to protect from these in my presentation discussion. So how to set the seat belt, how to install the baby seater into the carrier seat, all those we discuss. And let's look 1-2 year associated risk. Okay, and after that again we will go to my presentation and we will try to discuss the part. So 1 to 2 year actually they are very busy, curious, and full of energy. So they're all the time trying to run, So first they are walking, then they are running, climbing, opening doors and bottles, very dangerous there. Okay, because all these are associated with the risk. So they are too young to understand about danger That's the main thing. Okay, they can't analyze, they can't do the critical analysis whether it's dangerous or not. Then the toddlers need special protection. So the risks are actually poisoning, drowning, choking, burns and scalds, falls, injuries from riding in the car. Okay. Now, if you take them to transit, they will touch all the control panel item in the car. Okay. Therefore, we have to consider all this. Now, let's move on to my presentation slide. I'm just quickly going through because we have to go through a few areas. So that's the reason. So children 1 to 2 years. So 1 year old can usually walk alone by 15 months and begin to run. So can stop, squat and stand again. These are the abilities they have, and can sit down on a small stool or chair. Then 2 years, walk and run well, and can climb stairs while holding on and stand briefly on the foot, may jump awkwardly. Okay, so begin to throw, kick and catch balls, can climb on playground equipment, can turn doorknobs, and begin to ride tricycle, have good thumb and finger control. So if they have these abilities, then risk we have to identify, and we have to talk about safety. Okay, so safety part we will actually together going to discuss in here. Okay, therefore we will go through 3 to 4 years as well. So 3 to 4 year can run and jump easily and walk upstairs without help, and can ride tricycle, and being to share and like to play with other children. And that's why during this time we can send children to the play groups. Okay, and 4 year we actually send them to preschool. So 4 year old can skip, hop on also available. So they are very happy to follow those. So, and catch and throw a ball overhand and walk downstairs alone, and being to become less aware of only oneself and more aware of people around them, looking around, see, notify the things, and may obey parents' rule, but don't understand right from wrong. Okay, and are very independent and want to do things on their own. So when they're going to eat, they want to do. When they're going to dress, they want to do. Likewise. So may have imaginary playmates. So usually you might experience if you have kids. During this particular age, they actually have imaginary friends. They talk to themselves, laughing. Okay. And they will often play with others in groups. So such kind of activities they are doing. Those are the capabilities. Then we have to look at the risk associated, okay, and how to protect from that risk. So these are the associated risks for 1 to 4 year old, okay, toddlers. So like to imitate what? Anukaranaya. They're trying to be another person, okay, like to behave like another person. So like to imitate all the playmates, and may go beyond their own physical abilities, want to role play adult activities and use adult tools. Usually you might experience this, no? They want to come to a kitchen, they want to actually help for the cooking, they want to have that, if you cut in, they also are asking for that the instrument, otherwise they will cry. Okay, so are much more likely to get hurt. Therefore, this is a risk. So are much more likely to get hurt at the playground when they play on equipment designed for all the kids. It means these are not for them. They want elderly people, elderly kids items. So they breathe more quickly than adult, and their lungs are still developing. So how thinner skin again, still they are developing, then more susceptible for burning. And then are more likely to start fire with matches. They will actually see the lighters, matchbox, and try to use those. Therefore, we have to keep these away from this particular age group. Now, let's look at how to provide a safe environment for the kids between 1 to 4 years. So that's the scope of a nanny job, providing a safe environment for the baby. That's the first thing. Okay, keep that in your mind. So limit access to hazards. That's the first point. So as a caregiver, you must understand the risk associated. Then you know what are the hazards are. So, if you know the hazards, limit access to the hazards. Okay. So keep supervising. Again, you have to advise the parents. And if any other person work under you, again, you have to supervise. Even baby, also you have to supervise. So install stair gates. Like earlier also we discussed. Then don't use baby walkers because you know the danger. Then use a stationary play center. Use playground that are age appropriate. Okay, under 5. So have safe surfacing. Like when you visit to McDonald's, the Pizza Hut, the KFC, they have those playground. Okay, then you know that setup. Then don't put toys or things that attract children on top of furniture. So you have to keep empty these top of furniture. Otherwise, you have to put some covers because they are trying to get the materials on the table. Okay, if you put any glass there, that is very dangerous. Okay, so they place furniture away from windows because they're trying to climb up to the furniture and they can fallen down from the window. So you have to identify that risk. Place furniture away from window and secure it to the wall. So use a forward-facing car seat in the back seat of the car. Have your car seat checked by child passenger safety technician again, and walk all the way around your parked car and never leave your child alone because the many deaths happen. Okay, once child actually leave alone in the car because they're trying to press buttons and so on. Okay, therefore keep that in your mind. So install smoke alarm and carbon monoxide detectors and lock up match and lighters out of the reach. Then set your water heater again and before bathing just check it. Makes the stove area kids-free zone. Then cook with pots and pans and back burners. Turn handles away from the front of the stove when cooking. Okay. Then place hot food and liquids on the center of the table. Then they can't reach. So don't set them on edge of the table or counters. Look up poisons like early. Okay. Then use child resistant packages. It means they can't tear those. They can't take the things out. That's why we say child resistant packages. Then keep product in the original containers. Don't call medicine as a candy. Okay. Some parents doing this mistake when they're going to feed the baby this medicine, they say that is a candy. Don't do that. Okay. Truthful to them. Say that this is actually a kind of a product that actually help them to keep healthy. Okay. Then we are going to the book again. Now we will quickly go through this, the danger and the risk. So 1 to 2 years, they are busy, curious. So easily they can actually subjected to this poisoning, drowning, choking, burns and scalp falls, injuries from riding in the car. And 3 to 5 years, they are learning about safety, but they can't even, it means critically analyze that. Okay, don't always remember the rules. So preschool kids need to special protection from burns, falls, drowning, poisoning, choking. Now those are same. And injuries in traffic while walking, riding cycles. Now we will again go through our presentation and quickly go through. And after that, we will go through these activities also. Now, we are going to talk about children 5 to 9 years old. So have less coordination for the pedaling, more trouble recognizing and avoiding obstacles, and hand-eye coordination, are at high risk of cooking-related scalp injuries, especially from tableware, microwave oven, have lung that are still developing. Therefore, again, we need to protect them from a fire, the smoke. So are less likely to wake up if a smoke alarm sound while they are sleeping. Okay. Then can jump rope. These are abilities they have. So can balance on one foot with eye closed. No address and phone numbers. They try to memorize. And are curious about real fact about the world. Are generally more responsible than 4-year-old, get along well with parent, like to cook and play sports, may become more attracted, okay, more attached to the parent. So then how to keep this children safety? So 5 to 9 years old, teach child safety. Now you can talk to them. You can teach the child what is safety means. Now they are in a position, they can understand. Okay, so they make sure your child wear a helmet and protective gear every time when they are riding a bicycle. Okay, scooters, ride scooters, and teach proper playground behavior. No pushing, because sometimes these children will push other people. So showing off roading. Okay, then place furniture away from window again. Keep your child in the right type of a car seat or boost seats until the adult lap belt, and do a safety check around car. Never leave your child alone in the car, and talk to your child about fire safety and practice an escape plan with your child. It means you have to practice. Then we are going to look at the other age group, because as a nanny, sometimes you might have to work with different age groups. Okay, so 6 to 7-year-old enjoy many activities and stay busy, practice skills in order to become better, can jump rope, like to copy adults, like to play alone. And 8 to 9 years are more graceful with movement, can jump, skip, and chase, and like competition and game. So begin to mix friends and play with kids. Okay, so you have an idea. Then how to keep them safe? So 5 to 9-year old, make sure, again, you have to teach them a safety. Make sure your child wear helmet. So I guess we discussed this part, no? Then install checks small alarm, the fire alarm, and teach your child not to play with matches or lighters. Again, don't let your child to use microwave, even though this much of all, because it can make damage. Place hot food and liquid on the center of the table. Don't set them on the edge. And lock up poisons, and use child-resistant packaging again. Now you can see it's common for the 5 to 9 as well. Then come to 10 to 14 years, still have trouble. Okay, still have trouble avoiding obstacles and preventing fall, have visual perception less defined than that older children, lack the ability to recognize objects within a busy band. Okay, an important skill to have in order to identify oncoming cars. Then don't allow them to cross the roads alone. That's what here mentioned. Are influenced by their fears and concern about how they are perceived, are most likely to be injured by cooking equipment related fires and candles, and have the highest firework injury rate, are more likely to be completely unrestrained a car than younger children. Then what we can do, let's see. Consider friends very important during these 10 to 12 years. They are not listen to parents, become stubborn. Peer influence is there, and acceptance become important. And respect their parent but want independence, and enjoy talking to others. Then 13 years, develop the ability to think abstractly, may think long term, set goals, compare themselves with the peers. Then how to keep them safe? So you can see every child-based age group we are discussing. So empowerment, what is empowerment? Give them a power. Okay, empowerment means that. Empower your preteen to make safe choice. Make sure he or she wear a helmet and protecting gear every time when they ride in a bike, scooter and all. Set a good examples. Always model best practice, whether you are at home, at a friend house or someone else's car. Once your preteen pass the safety belt fit test, teach him or her how to wear it. Then teach your child that all children under age 30 should ride in a back seat. And talk to your preteen about car safety. Install the check smoke alarm again. And practice an escape plan with the family. And it means if fire happen, any collapse happen, it means collapse happen, earthquake happen. So we have to train. So teach your preteen to never play with match, lighters, or fireworks. So and set your water heater this lower. Then it's actually not have much danger. So it means it's around 40-45 Celsius. That's why. Then place hot food and liquid on the center of the table. Again, similar concepts. Don't you let your child use microwave and take to your preteen about the danger of poisonous items. It means talk about that, okay? And give them a guideline. So show that what kind of danger associated with it. And medicine related prescription also you have to discuss. Then you can see some informations are given for these kind of different scenarios. New parents often rely on friends and family for support and advice when raising their baby. So one of their main concern is providing safe home and safe playground. As you are actually strapping your child or his car seat, you notice that it moves few inches from the side to side. So what put young children at risk injury on playground? So we have to think about all these areas because I'm going to ask some questions based on that. Okay, what are the risks associated in the home and playground and how to protect them? Okay, then you can see some other scenarios also given in here. So please, when you have a free time, just go to. So hot drink demonstration. Children actually skin is thinner than adults. Therefore, easily burning can happen. So related to that, this demonstration is given to demonstrate how much baby body can be covered by ordinary mug or liquid. Okay, then I just quickly go through because we have to go through some questions. And there are some pages remaining in the book. So you can now go to this book. Now you can see, as a nanny caregiver, what kind of a safety we can consider related to different age groups. So you have to work on that. Okay, what kind of activity you are planning with the child? This is the question. A nanny need to think. Okay, a nanny need to think about how will you make sure that the home and surrounding are safe for children in your care. Okay, I will for each age group below, think of 3 ways to reduce the risk of the child getting hurt. Where the answer is? Answers are available in this presentation. Okay, the presentation we use. So you can think of things you do, as well as the things you would use. For this activity, you will either use the safety leaflet that you instruct. Actually, I gave you presentation. Okay, then you have to list 0 to 3 months safety, not risk. Okay, safety 0 to 12 months safety, 1 to 2 years safety. Now you can easily do this activity. So similar. You can see other areas also just highlighted in this book. How to use appropriate vocabulary, language, and tone when you are with the child. Okay, as a caregiver, you have to consider this also. Now, there are some scenarios are discussed. Very interesting. Okay, even you can go. You can a rather rough sign is hanging. Okay, so the main thing actually I highlighted, as a nanny caregiver, you should use polite words. Okay, polite words should be cheerful. So Some vocabularies are actually given here. Tips and tricks. Simple and or complicated. Actually, nanny caregiver should use a simple word. Tone, calm. So please remember those. That's what I'm highlighting. So when you're using words, the vocabulary should be simple. When you consider a tone, the feeling that show in your voice should be calm as a caregiver. Language, the style of what you are saying should be casual, okay, not formal. So we have to actually consider. Then you can see vocabulary related case scenarios are considered. I'm not actually going to the baby talk, okay. So as a nanny caregiver, you know, small children use their own vocabulary for words that are too hard for them to pronounce, okay. Then a nana, like a grandmother, like they can't tell that. Therefore, as a nanny caregiver, you should actually identify those, okay. So my tummy hurt. The child say he has a pain in his stomach. I want a peekaboo, okay. Like they can't actually pronounce those. Then you have to really identify what they're asking, but they won't. Then vocabulary related exercises are given in here. Again, when you have a free time, just read. Okay. So many activities, many exercises for caregivers are given. So I just highlighted some important points. So later you can go through those when you got the free time. Okay. So please do these activities if you interest. Then be diplomatic. It means a diplomatic person is good at handling difficult situation. So as a nanny caregiver, you should be diplomatic. You should handle the situation, difficult situation, without offending anyone or hurting their feelings. So please consider those areas as well. So see, as a nanny caregiver, all the time should be calm. Okay, but if you want to say something, use serious voice. There are many examples are taken. Okay. Some activities again are given for communication skills. So please make sure to go through and do. And also, as a nanny caregiver, sometimes you are not alone. You have a team, and also parents also the member of your team. Therefore, you should know what is teamwork means. So how to cooperate with each other. And we know that the nanny main purpose of a nanny job and why the parents are hired them. Okay, especially the nanny caregiving job, the parents' expectation is what? Keep the children safe. First thing, keep the children safe, healthy and happy. That's what they are expecting from you. After this, other points are coming. Okay, so I just highlighted those areas as well. Then you can save time. And then you can see some exercises are given and highlight the nanny related qualities. Okay. Nanny as a team player, usually nannies should be a provider, keep children in a safe, healthy and happy environment. Therefore, nanny should be reliable. Okay. Parents rely on their nanny to follow their wishes and stick to the routine and rules that they agreed on. And they actually expect them to be there at the time they agreed upon. Therefore, nanny should be reliable, punctual. So tips are given to you as a nanny. Before you take the job as nanny, make sure you can stick to the agreed times. Okay, you have to check it. Then communicate clearly. So the nanny take few minutes each day to connect with one of the parents and tell some of the highlights of the day. They want to know what went well, so they can talk to the children about it. The parents also need to know if there are a problem. Okay. Then keep notebook. The nanny tip is what? Keep a notebook to jot down, just point out. Okay. Don't forget the funny and cute things also. Then express ideas as a nanny. Sometimes nanny may not agree with what she's been asked to do. So, for example, here given the parents may leave a video for kids to watch, but she thinks it is too violent. In another example, they may prefer one of their own recipe to one she was given. She remember that without hurting the parents' feelings. So, nanny tips are before you give your opinion, ask yourself what would be the best for the kid in the long run. Okay, so some many hints, tips are given in here. So this is a very good book for a nanny caregiver. Okay, then take criticism. So under criticism, what are the things you have to consider? No one is perfect. We know. So we are like our five fingers. So we also have a good side, bad side. So if a team work well together, its members give each other suggestions for improvement. For example, the mother may ask the nanny to take more care when cleaning up after lunch, or she may actually suggest that the nanny be actually stricter with the children. A good team player will see this as a chance to do a better job. So, what are the nanny tips given in here? If one of the parents actually point out something you are doing wrong, thank him or her for helping you to improve your skills. Then pitch in. Sometimes the nanny may actually decide to work that was not in her job description. I mentioned you before you start your job. It is very important you to go to the job description. Okay. For an example here given, she could mend a ripped shirt or clean up the mess in the toy box. The parents will be glad of this little extra, and it will give them a bit more time with their kids. So get the kid involved in these tasks. So I believe you could remember the video I showed you, the life or a day of a caregiver. In that video, actually, that girl usually get the help from the elderly child, and with the help of her, try to clean the home, the toy item, and all. Then deal with problems. The next area that other quality that nanny should have. Whenever possible, nanny should try to deal with problems on the spot. For example, sweep up the broken vase and remove the glass. Okay, but they should also use good sense to decide when they can't handle the problem. For example, the furnace. You know furnace, no? Duna goes off and it's getting mighty cold inside. Usually, this part is considered for the country those who have winter. Okay, then the child has a high fever and seems very ill. Nanny have to know when to call for help. Okay, so the tips for the nanny: ask parent for a list of phone numbers to use when you need help, family, friend, neighbors, emergency services. Then there are some areas given here. Child care, smoke-free zone. Because the child lungs are still developing. Then if someone is smoking, that can be life-threatening for them. Okay. Then again, some activities are given here. So when you have free time, so make sure to go through those activities as well. Okay. So I'm not going to actually further discuss about this booklet, but make sure to go through when you go to free time. Okay. So talking about the baby-related, the food preparation, handling, and all areas. Okay. Some reading skills for nanny. You should read to the children. All those areas are highlighted. So actually, you can self-learn also this book because you know now how to refer for a nanny. So nanny should actually know how to read, how to write, all those. To understand some scenarios. About the recent technologies and all. Okay. So these are some activities. Some other areas also. I mentioned you, I'm not going through the entire book because this is the big book. So that I'm only going to few chapters. So here actually will discuss about some state safety as well. So if you chance, if you found it later, it means leisure time. So you have to just refer those, okay? So what are the activities that we can plan when we are here the kids to learn? So you can see all the areas are highlighted here. Activities. It's a very interesting book. Okay, within a short time period, actually, I can't go through the entire. That's why I just consider few selected. Okay, so with that idea, now we will actually look at some sample questions, and I will actually give you a little time to try those, and we'll discuss the possible answers. Okay, so one is already open. So even this is with you. When I share, I actually remove the answers. Now I'm going to discuss the answers. So I will give you 1 minute to attempt all questions. It means for a two question, 2 minutes. Okay, these are MCQs. Please try first 2 questions. Now the time is 8:03. So you have time until 8:05. Once you're done, raise your hand, okay? If any volunteer student complete, please raise the hand. Okay, thank you. So one student actually raised the hand. Yeah, okay. Now 3 could able to complete that task. Very good. Then I'm going to discuss the answers because now the time is 8:05, I guess. Now, Ishara, please let me know the answer for the first question.
Answer A, madam.
Okay, good. Then Fatima, can you let me know the answer for the second question? Fatima? Not responding. Okay. Then anyone? Chaturi?
Sorry, I didn't
D.
open my mic.
Yes, Chaturi?
D. Carpentry skills.
Okay. So Fatima also actually, I guess, provide the answer. So can I go through her answer as well?
Let's see. Interpersonal.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much
Interpersonal.
for your. Yeah, good. Okay. Now we will go through which of the following is not. So these questions definitely will be in your exam paper. Okay, I will actually copy and paste and add that. Don't worry. Which of not a typical responsibility? Then, as a nanny caregiver, you should know what are the responsibilities are. Okay. So preparing meal for the children, helping with children homework, taking children to and from school or activities are the main job. So cleaning is done by housemates. Okay, even I showed you many videos. In that video, there's a housemaid to clean and caregiver, the nanny will just look after the children. Therefore, answer should be what? This. It's asking what is not a job duty of a nanny or a living caregiver. In some sort of situation as a help you might do. Okay. Cleaning entire house, not doing. Cleaning the child room, it's okay, but not the entire house. That's a word you have to pay attention. Okay. Not entire. This is wrong. Then we will look at the second question. What type of skills are most important? Most important for nanny. Okay. Language skills, business skills, interpersonal, carpentry. Yeah, interpersonal skills. Okay. Because language skills are also very important. But rather than that, interpersonal skills are very important. Good. Okay. Then if your answer is wrong, you have to rethink. What is the mistake you did? Okay. Then we will go to the third and fourth question. And I will just give a little time you to work on that. Okay. Now those two questions are visible to you. I'll give you again 2 minutes to work on this. Now it's 8, sharply at 8:10, we'll start the discussion. One minute more. Okay. I guess time's up. Then Harsha, I would like to ask the answer from you for the third question.
Yeah, madam. Answer C. Assist the child and make the task engaging.
Okay. Thank you so much. Then Deepika, I just noticed that you also raised the hand. Can you mention the answer for the fourth question?
I think C, madam.
Yeah, very good. Both answers are correct. Thank you. Now we will try to evaluate the question. When a child is reluctant to do their homework, they don't like to do the homework, they're refusing. What should a nanny do? Actually, we should assist the child. Okay. As a nanny, it's your job duty. Very good. You are correctly identified. And then this is actually very crucial question. If there is an emergency, okay, very important task, a medical emergency. So even though we make a call to parent, actually, if they don't know how to treat, no point. Therefore, the best thing is to call 911. emergency number. After that, we can inform the parents. Very good. So you have a perfect knowledge related to those areas. Good. Then we will look at the question 5. I will give you 1 minute to work on that. Now at 8:12, 8:13, I'll ask the answer. Okay. Time's up. Chaturi, can I know the answer?
It's C. Use calm and compassionate communication.
Okay, very good. Yeah, it's true. So usually tantrum, emotional outburst, it means that they are very aggressive, they are not listening to you. Therefore, as a caregiver, this is a quality even of a caregiver, calm and compassionate communication. So actually by doing these kind of MCQs, we can learn a lot. So, or even for these all type of questions, you will be able to find answers from the book I share with you. Okay. Yeah. Then we will go to 2 questions. I'll try to make both questions visible to you. Then it's easy. Yeah. So you have 2 minutes to work on this. The time is 8:14, and you can take time until 8:16. Think. Okay. I guess time's up. Yes, Rasika. Can I know the answer for the 6th question? Fatima?
C.
Yes, answer C. Vishmi, can I know the answer for the question number 7?
Madam C. Patience.
Yes, very good. Actually, both the answers are correct. Now we will try to evaluate those two. How would a nanny caregiver address any difference in child rearing philosophies? Definitely, actually, we have to discuss about it with the parents, but it should be done with a respectful manner. Very good. Then, which of the following trait is the most important? Definitely patient. Okay. So, nanny should be very patient. They should tolerate the kids. That's why everyone cannot become a nanny. Okay. Because many people cannot tolerate those conditions. That's the reason. Then we will go to two more questions. I will slowly move on. Then I will give you again 2 minutes. The time is now 8:17. So you have time until 8:19. Okay, I guess time is enough. Then I will go to the Rasika. So Rasika, can I know the answer for the question number 8?
Hello, madam. I think C.
Okay, good. Then I will go to Harsha. Yes, sir. Harsha, can I know the answer for the question number 9?
Madam, answer C.
Okay, good. Now we will go through those questions. Extremely sorry. Before I go to the question, I couldn't actually done this dietary need, but I did the lecture in Unit 3. So I will quickly go to that lecture and highlight some areas. You have to refer that also, because there might be some question related to the dietary need of a child. Okay. Because of the limited time, actually, I couldn't go through that. However, I already completed it. Okay. So what is the best way for nanny caregiver to contribute to the intellectual development? Buddhimaya. Intellectual means buddhimaya. Okay. It means how these, the cognition, critical thinking, critical analysis, those can develop. Actually, by ignoring academic, it won't happen. Focusing only on physical not happen. Therefore, definitely incorporating education activity as a daily routine part of their daily routine. So that is important. Very good. So the question number 9, when it's come to dietary needs, nanny caregiver definitely should have healthy, nutritious food, balanced diet. But there are some children, they have restriction. They don't like to eat meat. Some are vegetarian. Some don't like to have some colorful. Like there are different options. Therefore, we have to consider their dietary restriction also when we prepare in the food. Very good. So I'm impressed because you have a good idea. Then shall we go through the question number 10 quickly within 1 minute? The time is 8:21 now. At 8:22, we will start the discussion, okay? Even by going through this MCQ, we can learn many qualities of a nanny caregiver. How to become a good nanny caregiver. Okay, so I'm going to ask the answer from Kartika. Kartika, can I know the answer?
Answer C.
Yes, very good. So, which of the following is not effective? Not effective. So, you have to be very careful of the question. Not effective. All these are effective. Open and honest, delivering promises, showing care and affection. Then this is not actually effective way. Very good. So, I guess all the 10 MCQs actually you completed. Then in the exam, you will get these kind of short answer questions. Okay. And you will get essay answer question. Actually, this time I'm not giving, but I'm going to split this essay question into SAQs. Then I will cover that. And even I added some sample answers, I guess. So I will discuss those answers, okay? Yeah, some sort of other MCQs also available. So no, all those are MCQs. I actually prepared some kind of a question pool. Then we will go to the first document and let's try to get an idea. What sort of short answer type questions you can get. What steps can a nanny or caregiver take to ensure safe environment? See, today lecture. Okay, safe environment for the children they are looking after. I will be specify the age group. Okay, then what you have to do? You have to refer this presentation. Okay, this presentation. And you have to actually go to the safety part, especially the safe. So if I ask you to talk about 1 to 4 year old safe, okay, then this birth to 12 months safe, okay. So you have to provide some safety related measures. Then describe the role of effective communication. So we discuss why effective communication is important for nanny caregiver. Then you have to explain that with the example. So make sure to prepare your answer before the exam, then you can add that. Then how can a nanny or caregiver best handle situation? Now, where child is consistently refusing the foods, then you should know, you should provide examples. Okay, so I'm going to ask a question now. So if any child is actually refusing food, but as a caregiver you are doing, Harsha, at least 1 point.
Try not to rush to force them to have it, or keep offering but don't give up. I wrote some points, madam. And limit
Very good.
limit mealtime distractions, or serve appropriate food portions. Understand the child's eating style. Then we can provide accordingly. Involve the child in food preparation sometimes.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so Harsha actually pointed out, I guess, more than 5 areas. Very good. I'm expecting you to mention 5 areas. And also you can actually balance the color. You can try different shapes, different taste of foods. However, all those foods should be actually nutritious. Very good. Thank you so much, Harsha. Then you can see the next question. So what strategies can a nanny or caregiver employ to help children with their homework. Okay, so if anyone is as a nanny, how you are going to help? You should have to study and write. At least write 5 points. Okay, and once I added this question to the exam paper, then you can easily provide those points. Then explain the importance of setting boundaries as a nanny or living caregiver and provide examples of boundary you would set, because there's a difference between nanny and parents. Then we should identify those boundaries. So, but I'm not going to ask that question, don't worry. Okay. Then the essay question, as mentioned you, I'm going to split this question. So define your understanding of emotion and physiological development of the child. I discussed this part in small nation. I will show it to you. And I just did some video related discussions. So please make sure to go through, know some of the theories about child development. Okay, I will definitely ask what are those stages of the child development, at least provide 3 theories and the main scope of those theories. So you have to know some. Okay, therefore please make sure to study this presentation. Plus, if you have time, just go to the video. But I'm not detail asking, just asking name 3 theories proposed by the psychologist. Child means pediatrics related to this emotional psychological development of the child. Okay, then how would you support this aspect of development in role as a nanny? So you should know some stages. Okay, so related to that, I will ask some questions. Then you have a better idea and understanding about this nanny caregiving. I believe this is one of the easiest unit for you, because most of you might be parents. Okay, then you actually you experience the real scenario. Then you can actually think about such situation and you can apply. So one thing actually I couldn't mention inside this, as I mentioned you, it's about. So we will go through this age nutrition. Okay, because I did this early. Please make sure to go through this presentation also related to few areas. So I just try to highlight because you have to pay attention to this section. Okay, not the pregnant women. I'm not asking about pregnant time. I basically going to this infant nutrition. Okay. Because you already discussed this, I didn't go through that in Unit 6. But sometimes some students might miss this Unit 3. If so, please try to just get an idea. Okay, I'm not adding many questions, but I'm adding few only. So this is about nutrition for a baby. So especially infant is breastfeeding. That's the only one and only option until 6 months. Then after 6 months, we are starting complementary feeding. So what are the food we can use for complementary feeding? You have to have a kind of idea. Then how to balance the complementary feeding with the breast milk. So some of those also you have to have. Then we discuss some of those, like colostrum, what's the importance of colostrum for a baby during first days of life. Then after 6 months, how actually we provide complementary food. So we had a small discussion. Okay. Then how this bifidobacteria, like prebiotics and probiotics are help for the baby's gut development. We just discuss. So, but don't worry, I'm not in detail asking. Just have a little idea. Okay. Then human milk and its relevant, it means benefits, okay, for the baby and for the mother. Just search that areas. Then some alternatives also we discuss. Then we discuss about the children, it means toddler, adolescents. Now they are actually refusing the foods, no? Because they tend to want to have mainly junk foods. Then if they actually consuming junk foods, basically they can get non-communicable disease in future, like diabetic, heart attack, and so on. Then as a caregiver, how you are going to actually help this kind of a situation? What kind of strategies you are using? Okay, so you have to just pay attention. Only that, not in detail. Okay, so you can see this tipping box preparation ideas. So these actually we can consider. We can provide all the required nutrition in a colorful way, meaningful. It means eye-catching way. So we just discuss some of the area. So have a healthy breakfast, should not skip meals, make sure healthy snack box, and limit consumption of high calorie dense food. Okay, then continue offering food of wide variety. So these are the actually strategies we have to consider. So these actually we discuss early. So that's enough. Okay, only these few slides related concept you have to re-refer, because I couldn't go through that. So sorry about that. Okay. Then we will quickly go to the unit 5, because we have around 30 minutes to go through that discussion. Now, do you have any question related to unit 6? Until I open this. Anyone? No. Okay, good. Then this is about unit 5. So related to unit 5, we discuss about mental well-being, physical well-being, and spiritual well-being. So related to this unit 5, I actually provide you a practice test. Okay. So please make sure to go to this practice test before you come for that test. Okay. So here I added some sample MCQs. So what will promote mainly mental well-being? What will promote the physical, social, spiritual well-being? And then what are the factors affecting this physical well-being, mental well-being, spiritual well-being? And some exercise guidelines we discuss. 150 minutes for a geriatric person. It's very important. We discuss those things. So what are those guidelines are? Okay. Even WHO highlighted these once again. And what are the type of exercise actually we can suggest for different age groups? We learn in unit 1. Then once again, we are going to apply it here under physical well-being. Okay. It means these units have kind of interactions, you can see. So we can't separate 100%. This unit only talking about this. Those are combined with the upcoming units as well. Then how does the spiritual social support actually help for a different type of well-being? Usually social support help for a mental, social well-being. So we discuss all those. Therefore, make sure to study this part. And we discuss some questions. Okay. What are the examples for spiritual practices? Then I added here some true false questions might be in the exam, and some short answer. Okay. Like define mental well-being and provide 2 strategies to promote. What is mental well-being? Okay. Each question actually will be marked out of 5 marks. Remember, if there are short answer type questions, 5 marks will be allocated for each. Then here you will get not 2 strategies, you will get 3 strategies, because this time I'm going to make it for 5 marks. Okay. So you have to define mental well-being, you have to define social well-being, You have to define physical well-being. You have to define what is health means. Okay. All those relevant definitions you should know. Then what are the strategies we can follow to enhance physical well-being, to enhance social, mental, spiritual well-being, and also especially I discuss about interrelationship between the mental, physical, social, and spiritual well-being. So you should explain that with examples. Okay. So please pay attention to those areas. Now I will just quickly highlight. So you should know mental well-being and strategies to promote mental well-being. As a caregiver, living caregiver, what strategies you are using. Okay. It means what are the areas you promote for a mental well-being. Then explain the importance of social connections. How actually different social connections help us for our overall well-being. Not one well-being. See the question? Overall well-being means how the social connections help us to maintain good relationship. Apart from that, how it helps us for mental well-being, spiritual well-being. Actually, when we have a good social connection, we might participate some club activities. We might join to exercise club. Our physical health while we are having a good social connection. And while we are doing these exercises, so if you participate in yoga-like program, it helps for mental well-being as well. And related to this social connection, sometimes we might go to some religious places and we might do petting, okay, some hobbies. Then those will help for us our spiritual well-being. So in such a way, you can come up with examples, okay, and you have to show how these are interrelated. How to find the answer? Actually, those answers I discussed, in this document. I had an overall wellness document. Okay, so make sure to go through this overall wellness. Thereby, you will be able to find many answers. For the question, short answer questions that I am going to include. See, what is wellness? What is the definition of a physical wellness? So then, what is the social, emotional, and intellectual wellness means? So those are explained in here. And apart from that, what? So you can see interrelationship between those well-beings. See, you can actually go to that concept. Here that is explained. Then what are the activities we can do to enhance this physiological well-being, mental well-being, social well-being? So you have to know why those kind of questions are coming. See, 3 benefits of exercise asking, but rather than asking 3 benefits, I can ask this. What are the activities we can do to enhance the physiological wellness? So you will be able to identify many relevant points, okay, for your questions from this overall wellness document. Therefore, before the test, make sure to be ready with this overall wellness document, okay? Or else, since you have tomorrow, one day you have, so you can actually prepare answers and be ready. Like Harsha, very good. Then how can one the cultivate spiritual well-being in their daily life? It means how to culture. It means what kind of activities we have to do to maintain the spiritual well-being. It's asking. Then don't worry, I'm not giving essay questions. Okay. But this is a last year essay question that I given. Discuss the interrelationship between mental, physical, social, spiritual well-being. How all these 4 are interrelated. Provide examples and illustrate. It's essay type, then you have to explain it in detail. Then here I added the answers. So these are sample answers only. So I believe you received this document. So you can see when you go down. So define mental well-being. This is a sample answer only, but you can modify. And the strategies you can use: social connection, interactions. So points and answers I added. Okay. Therefore, take your time and go through at least these answers if you can't make your answers. Then essay question based answer also given in here. Please just read about it because I might be asked these areas in a SAQ, structured essay question. Okay. Then you know what are the basics areas that you have to refer for Unit 5. Okay. Because the overall wellness document will be provide you a proper idea, and this practice questions will be provide you a proper idea. Okay. Since you know the concepts, what is the mental, what is physical, spiritual, social, then you can actually self-study those sections. Okay. I just quickly go through the areas and highlight those areas to you. Then you might think about the structure of the paper. So this time, as I promised you, not going to give you essay type questions. Okay. Only giving you SAQs. So I'm planning to give you around 30 MCQs. 30 MCQs. Each MCQ will worth 2 marks. Okay. And then I'm going to give you 8 SAQs. Okay. It means each SAQ worth 5 marks. Then you can earn 60 marks from MCQs and 40 marks from SAQs. Okay. So that's a pattern of the Unit 5 and Unit 6 papers. Okay. That's all from my end. Now, do you have any query or question? Yes, anyone? Okay, last time Harsha actually asked about how this internship program going to happen. So I had a discussion with the coordinator. So she mentioned that now they are planning to conduct internships and this training on site, planning, okay, to conduct some workshops also for you in AIBT, inside the AIBT as well, with the help of a well-trained nursing officer and this Red Cross and this Red Cross agents. Okay. And they are planning to provide you additional certificates for those, because you might notify that when I talk about the job application process, they actually asking for a extra qualification based on first aid training. Okay, that's why we thought of arranging such kind of workshops. So if they're conducting such kind of a workshop, please make sure to participate, because that is a good opportunity for you. I just try to go through those documents last time we prepare. Yes.
Excuse me, madam. That
Yes,
is
my dear.
really that is really appreciate that to heard that AIBT is going to have some extra practical sessions for us, because madam, when I go through those job bank advertisement or the job opportunities, most of them are asking WHMIS certificate, CPR or first aid certificates. So
Yes.
madam, just to get an idea, please guide us to take these certificates like last time you guide us to take them on online. No? So is there a way to take WHMIS certificate like that?
Yeah. So Harsha, WHMIS certificate is based on the risk assessment training. So I just searched whether Sri Lanka we have such services to get the WHMIS. If not, if there are any online, I will send a link. Okay. However,
Okay.
this first aid training, definitely you can get first aid CPR, the choking related training. Definitely, this Red Cross people will give you, and that workshop will be conducted for 1 or 2 days. Then they are providing a certificate that is from Red Cross.
Okay, madam. I went through the internet and I saw in Canada there are some separate WHMIS courses related to their provinces.
It means
But
the risk
some are
assessment
free.
and the safety training. Yeah, they might
Yeah.
have the different. Okay. I just search on that, Harsha. That's a good area.
Yeah, madam.
Thank you, Harsha.
Welcome, madam. Most of the times they ask those 3 certificates separately.
Okay. Okay. Then I'll have a discussion with our administration. Okay. Definitely first aid related training we are giving with help of the Red Cross. And other 2 I will look. Okay. Are there any other questions? No. Oh, yes. Rasik, Harsha, anyway, did you receive the document that day I prepared?
Not yet, madam.
Okay, then I guess I might share those to the batch 4. I will ask Chalani to share those to you, okay? Because
Yeah,
I updated those documents.
Okay, madam.
Just searching for those.
I know, madam. Another question. I think that, of course, you can't give the exact answer because from the AIPT or the photographer, already we have paid the photographer, and
Okay.
still they didn't confirm, madam. So I send a separate message also. Even that,
I
and
will
also
convey that message.
Also,
I will definitely convey.
Okay, madam.
Okay, Harsha. So when is the graduation? It's on 11th, no?
November 11. And yesterday, the photographers sent us a message to pay the amount before the midnight. So I think most of us have paid, but I saw a lot of the students they haven't not confirmed.
What is that Studio Triangle?
Yeah, madam.
Okay. So I just got a message here with the student. I just informed Ms. Renuka. So they say you to pay around 3,500 full set, 3 photos. Likewise, no?
Yeah,
Yes.
madam.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they attach one contact number only. No?
Yeah, madam. For that, I took a WhatsApp call, but they didn't answer. And I sent a message also, but still they haven't seen it.
Okay. I will definitely inform this to Ms. Renuka and ask her to look at it. Okay.
Okay, madam. Because I saw in our group, WhatsApp group, there are a lot of students said that they also haven't received the confirmation yet.
Okay, sure. I will check it.
Thank you very much, madam.
Tomorrow morning, I will send this message. Okay.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Okay. These are the 2 documents Harsha I made actually. So sorry about that. So I added some extra information to this. So I will share this. And added some more areas. So I will ask Chalani to share those documents with the batch 3 as well. So cover letter, I think also I added additionally. Certificate, cover letters. So those areas. So once you got it, you can go through it. Okay, then if you don't have any question, we can wind up the session because it's late.
Excuse
Actually.
me, ma'am.
Yes,
Excuse
Chaturi?
Ma'am, as the paper is 100 marks, is it enough for 2 or 3 paragraph for essay questions?
I'm not giving essay, only SAQs. No need to write paragraphs. You can just write small sentences.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, that's a good question. That's why I actually say I'm going to give you only 8 SAQs. That is only account for 40 marks because I just want to give you more marks. That's why I said 30 MCQs. Then
Okay,
you
ma'am.
can easily get that.
Except us. Only 4 members went in a group 3 and 2 are there
Okay.
in group 2, I
Okay.
think. They didn't
Okay.
accept us because we didn't do the practical also. They told demonstration after written demonstration. After that, only we will let us do the practical like that. They rejected us.
Okay.
And after that, they told we will talk to AIBT, and after that we will discuss and we will send a message to you all. But they are telling we must do the demonstrations and written demonstrations. After that only they will send us to the internship, that means training program. What we will do,
Okay.
what we have to do.
So that we had a discussion after that. Actually, when we go into this NVQ 3 level program, all the programs are actually first deliver the theory part and only actually send for a practical. So we were asked from the Lanka Hospital to cover the practical part. So that actually they might not got our message accurately. That might be the problem. That's why we had a discussion and planning to arrange a practical demonstration session for you with the help of these trained nursing officers. Okay, my dear?
From Lanka Hospital, they will give the demonstrations or AIBT.
Lanka Hospital itself promised to provide demonstrations. Okay. And then they asked that after going through that demonstration, you can enter into the internship. And apart from that, AIBT also providing practical sessions with the help of a trained nursing officer from Navalhoko Hospital.
Actually, we don't know about this anything, madam. We went yesterday. I don't know why AIBT didn't inform this for us. This is my humble question.
Okay, then should I convey any message to the coordinator?
Yeah, definitely. We talked to CEO also yesterday, and Lanka Hospital also sent a message, I think. We don't know about anything about the practical, I think. We registered already, but they told we will inform you all. So can you please arrange practical for us demonstration?
Yeah, sure. So we had a discussion with that nursing officer. So she agreed to help for us for those practical demonstrations. Okay. Then definitely you can go through that practicals. And also only for your batch, actually Lanka Hospital mentioned that they are willing to arrange the demonstrations for 1 month. And if you like, you can participate that program as well. So that's their requirement. And after that, you can participate the internship. Okay, Sanjita. So I will definitely send that message also.
Thank you so much, madam. And how long period will take for the demonstrations?
They said that they need 1 month. I don't know like why they are planning to dragging like that way. So anyway, we'll check it.
Okay, ma'am. Okay,
That's
ma'am.
why we had a discussion, and your program manager actually, after having that, she planned to arrange the practical demonstration in on-site inside the AIBT with the help of a trained nursing officer. That will be better, I guess, because then you can get a hands-on experience and you can ask question about the practicals from her, because
Yeah.
she's a well-trained person related to that area.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time and reply. Thank you so much. Please.
So definitely, Sajita, because I mainly consider about your side. You know that because you are doing this, your main target is migrating as soon as possible with the qualification. So that we have to give that.
Okay.
So I will actually I discuss with about this matter, and we will try our best to arrange that as soon as possible.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Always
Excuse-
welcome, Sajita. Yes, my dear.
I'm Daya. I did
Yes,
my
Daya, hi.
I did my unit 4 exam last week. Did you got that, madam? Did you
Yeah,
get
I received it. Yes, I received it.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Always
Excuse
welcome.
me,
Then,
madam.
yes, who is this?
Fatima.
Yeah, Fatima. Yes, my dear. Tell me.
Yesterday we talked to Miss Chitura nurse, and she told without a practical session we can't enroll to the clinicals.